saw, dudes. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as last video. Go watch it. And I'm recording it the same day. Shut your mouth. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more content. Bro, Smackdown. Boom. This was actually a pretty solid Smackdown. We got a couple Wrestlemania matches confirmed. I'm pretty excited. And we also have something stupid that happened, which I'll be talking about. This is the main, obviously. Y'all saw that thumbnail. Y'all saw this title. Why the freak is Bro winning that belt? What the freak are we gonna do with Carmelo Hayes? Triple H, you was cooking for a little bit. This is this right here. No me gusta, bro. This is stupid. The match that's happening, I'm cool with. Why does the belt need to be involved? That's it. That's all I gotta say right now. Randy opens the freaking show. He starts coming in, dude. Matt Cardona immediately comes out. You know, always ready. He has a little cast on. He's ready because he's in his ring gear. I don't think he's supposed to be in his ring gear, but I don't think he's cleared to wrestle. He comes in, punches Randy Orton in the face, dude. Jeez. Hits him with the freaking cast and everything, bro. That's crazy. They get separated. Boom. That's it. That was a freaking quick ass segment, dude. Immediately after his backstage segment. Trick. Big Willie, brother. Don't forget. Your boy got that golden ticket. All right. 63 out of 450. I wish I had 69 or 1. That would have been sick. I wish Lash would have signed it as well. That would have been sick as well. But hey, Trick Willy Wonka, baby. Gotta love it. It's confirmed that he gets a Wrestlemania match. Against who? We don't know yet. We know later in the show. Sami comes out. Sami's like, hey, bro, where's my Wrestlemania match? So Nick Aldis like, you ain't getting nothing, brother. You gotta find an opportunity. But so far, nada. Non-zip nada. And that's cool. Should have been against Trick, but hey, you know what I mean? You should have just done it like that. But, you know, I obviously can't fill up the spots. You know, he needs all his champions there, which makes sense. You should have all your champions there, including the women's U.S. belt. So don't be stupid, Nick Aldis. Triple H, I'm mainly talking to you, creative. Anyways, before the segment ends, Sami's like, I have an idea. First he punches Trick. Knocks him out a little bit. And then he's like, I have an idea. I know how to get onto the Wrestlemania card. Watch me. I don't know why I put that voice for Sami. I love Sami, by the way. I don't hate him completely, okay? There's some parts where I'm like, why? Like, this was a huge why. Obviously, he needs a Wrestlemania match. He's a big star. But why? I'll get there. Next, we get the Bella Twins. You know, hold up. What? Wait a minute. You can look, but you can't touch. You can look, but you can't touch. Unless you want to pay me, then you can touch more, I guess. My Cash App is $ electrical wire. Not guaranteed to really get much. But $ electrical wire. Not guaranteed on the touching part. But try your luck anyways. The Bella Twins versus Bliss and Flair. Obviously, the Irresistible Forces comes out. They end up watching the match. The match goes on pretty good. The Bella Twins looking a lot better this week than they did last week. Then, bang! Lash Legend punches Bliss. Brie Bella takes the pin. Or she takes the win. She doesn't take a pin. She takes the win. She didn't see Lash punch Bliss. And, you know, there ain't no DQ. Shenanigans. Obviously, it was gonna happen, and I fear that Monday Night Raw there will be some more shenanigans with Lyra Valkyria and Bayley, because Lyra Valkyria and Bayley come out for the quick save, because obviously all those teams there are face, and the Irresistible Forces are literally the only heels, unless they're gonna add the Kabuki Warriors, but there's some conflict going on there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this is gonna end up being on WrestleMania. I just hope it does. Hopefully it's a ladder match. We need at least one ladder match in there, dude. One more ladder match, bro. But a lot of matches confirmed. Just saying. Yeah, Lyra and Bayley comes out for the save. That's great. That's good. Immaculate. Beautiful. And that happens. You know, that happens. We'll see how Monday Night Raw goes. It's going to be, obviously, it's a big show. Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena. So that's going to be lit. I'm excited for it. Stay tuned for that review. And we get a little a fun R-Truth and Damien segment. You know, the Whip of Truth. Gotta love it. you know, a little short Judgment Day reunion, you know what I mean? He's trying to get the clubhouse ready, you know what I mean? Then we got Jelly Roll coming out, aka Dominic Mysterio. And then we got Rhea Ripley coming out. So R-Truth is getting mad excited. He's like, yes, bro, we're getting the gang back together. And then he's like, bro, Liv might get mad, but hey, you know. That was a fun little segment there. We're gonna get a lot of Jelly Roll this show. Pretty tasteful. Some people might not like it. It is what it is, you know what I mean? We're getting close to Wrestlemania. He gets eyes on the show. He's a huge star. I don't really listen to his music. He's not really my my flavor of music, you know what I mean? So then we end up getting Rhea Ripley and B-Fab. That's fun. Who wins that match, bro? I don't even know who wins. Did I write it? DQ. Oh yeah, of course. Anyways, we got B-Fab and Michin. It's like, it makes sense. She's the champion, and obviously we're gonna be with her. It's like, shut up, bro. Y'all was beefing with her for mad long. Y'all got your asses beat heavily. You're like, oh no, we need to team up with her because she hurts. Then we end up getting a match. B-Fab is fighting Rhea Ripley. It lasts like 15 seconds before it's DQ by Jay Cargill. So that's fun. They beat up Rhea Ripley there. We'll see how things go. I hope Rhea wins that belt. You know, switch it up a little bit. You know, I wish they would have made Jade's reign good, because Jade's not the worst, but it's just the chemistry that's going on here with them is I'm not vibing with it, dude. It's not. It's the promo there. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, bro, this is so ass. No, not every year, because WrestleMania 40 there wasn't really like a bad women's champion feud, dude. The Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley and Bayley and Io was great at WrestleMania 40. I had no issues with that. But last year, Tiffy and Charlotte Flair, their chemistry was oof. That was brother. Yeah, at least now they're not comparing muscles, all right? You know, they're not coming with my muscles are bigger than yours. Nuh-uh, mine's are, you goof. Then we're going to a backstage segment with Danhausen. God, I love Danhausen. I love Danhausen, bro. Danhausen, bro. He does things to me, bro. He curses Kit Wilson. That's fun. So obviously we know that Kit will end up losing against Jelly Roll later on tonight, but I'll get to that when we get to that. Freaking we go into another backstage segment, bro. Drew's freaking alive, dude. I thought they were dead. I thought Drew and Jacob were dead. Obviously we get Jacob later on into the night as well. I'm going to talk about that right now too. Might as well. They're both severely beat up, limping. Drew is way more bandaged up than Jacob is, because when Jacob comes out later, bro was like chilling, bro. He's looking absolutely jacked, bro. His shoulders are immaculate, bro. His freaking traps, bro. I just want to get hugged by him, brother. Then we get Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson. Fun match. I have nothing to complain about with Jelly Roll, dude. He sells well. He hits moves really well. Obviously, Kit is great as well. You know, Kit. Obviously, you know, it's not just one person taking over. You know, it's a two-person job. So obviously, Jelly Roll and Kit did extremely well. Their chemistry is freaking great. I see no issues, dude. You know, I understand celebrity this, celebrity that, but if you see someone giving their all for the business, bro, why you gotta be mad about it, bro? He's obviously training. All the moves he hit was fairly clean, dude. You know, he didn't take that RKO that well. You know, obviously, we'll get to that. That RKO sell was kind of I can't really hate on it too much. You know, he's still obviously brand new, but all the moves he took from Kit here is great. He sells well. The moves he was hitting was great. Kept hitting him in the balls. Should have been a DQ, but hey, I'm not the ref. The ref is the ref. So we end up getting a win by Jelly Roll. Fun match. Nothing else for me to really say here. We'll see how things end up going in the next few weeks and what matches he's going to end up having. It's going to be a tag team match with The Miz, Kit Wilson versus Danhausen and Jelly Roll. I don't know. We'll get to the point when we get to the point, because obviously Danhausen is a free agent. You know, he's in the same level as Brock Lesnar and Obafemi, free agent. So obviously he's just as strong as them, bro. They should have been a triple threat. Freaking Oba versus Brock versus Danhausen, and Danhausen would have probably won. That's crazy. And then we get my mother freaking tree. backstage. They keep talking about stuff. You know, just give the freaking dumbass lantern back, bro. I'm sick and tired of the freaking bullcrap. Whatever happened there, I didn't really pay attention, bro. Well, I did hear one thing where it was like, you know, at least I apologize. Did Roman apologize? No, he didn't. No, at least I can say sorry. I think it was supposed to be a tag team match here, but I think that was canceled from what I heard. But hey, they all leave. Tama Tonga, you know, stays a little bit behind. You know, there's a little something there. You know, I obviously, out of all of them there, I see Tama as their, you know, besides Solo. Solo's a freaking great star. He's great promo, great. Solo's great. I never hated Solo. I love Solo. I love you, Solo. I love you, Solo. But I do see Tama going out on his own. Tama's great. I have no issues with Tama Tonga. We got Melo coming through. It's like, when you gonna accept that challenge, bro? Come face me, Papa. Come on. Then we got Shinsuke coming out, saying his stuff as well. So, you know, little thing there. We got Tama Tonga coming out like, hey, bro, come on, let's go, bro. We out, brother. The MFT might fall apart a little bit. They might lose a member. We'll see. We'll see, though. You know, anything can happen during WrestleMania season, okay? Anything can happen, all right? Then we got Carmelo Hayes with another open challenge match. Ooh, who is it? It's freaking Sami Zayn. Sami wins the match. Before then, hold on, wait. What that trick? You know, I gotta freaking hit that every week, bro. Or Mr. Oral Farmer himself, Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers, the GOAT, Trick Willy Wonka. You know, Papa gave me the freaking golden ticket. Did he give you one? I don't freaking think so. Get the freak out of here. Big Daddy Trick comes through. He's just there to watch, bro. He's there to watch. Rage baits a little bit. Sami gets the win. That sucks. Big booty cheeks. And we get a freaking WrestleMania match confirmed there. We got Trick Willy versus Sami Zayn for the United States Championship match, for the United States Champion, and it's gonna be a match. That's exciting. That's gonna be a fun match. But what the freak are we gonna? Why, dude? Why did this happen, bro? Like, we really. What are you gonna do with Melo? Are you gonna make him win the freaking the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Is that what's gonna happen with him, bro? What the freak he's gonna do, dude? Unless they're gonna do a match with him and Dragunov, that'd be freaking sick, dude. They're great, but there's nothing there now. There's no belt to go after. So is Melo just not gonna be on WrestleMania this year? He should be at WrestleMania this year. Freaking, he was having great matches, bro. What are we doing, WWE? Come on, man. You know, I'm not a Sami hater. I don't. You know, Sami winning a championship, cool, dude. But what the freak is this, bro? Why does this need the belt? It did not need the belt at all, bro. Is it because we're getting a good amount of like non-championship matches? You know, we got Drew, Jacob, Oba, Brock. Like, please, come on now, please. Really? This is dumb, dude. But hey, you know, they did it, right? So hopefully Melo's able to get on the card. I don't know how the freak he's gonna get on the card. Don't freaking ask me. No say. Only WWE knows what the freak they're doing, and apparently sometimes they don't even know what the freak they're doing. That's great. So freaking, I guess we'll freaking see what the freak goes on, dude. Frick. Then we got Jacob Fatu coming out, bro. Fatu looking freaking big, bro. Oof, bro, carry me, bro. Drew comes out. They both talk their crap. I mean, I was expecting another fight. Are they gonna kill themselves again, bro? I'm convinced that they're not freaking alive, bro. They're just so mad at each other that, bro, they're just freaking there as ghosts, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. Nick Aldis comes out, stops them, like, ladies. Oh wait, Drew comes out, bro. He's like, hey, check a Fatu. You screwed me. I just need to add some bagpipes, bro, because it's so funny. I love Drew McIntyre so freaking much, dude. Anyways, we get an unsanctioned match with Drew and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania. That's gonna freaking sick, bro. Hopefully it's bloody. Hopefully it's brutal. Hopefully it's everything we're wishing for, dude. Don't freaking make it unsanctioned like Kevin Owens and Sami. That was a great match at Elimination Chamber. Was it last year? Yeah, that was a great match. That was fun, but it should have been slightly more brutal. Some blood, just a little bit, just a little small, a little pinch of blood, bro, but nothing, bro. Hopefully this one, there's some blood, you know, with Drew McIntyre and that freaking Hell in a Cell with freaking CM Punk 2 years ago, bro. That was bloody as hell, even though it was bloody as hell by accident. Let's get this one bloody as hell by accident too. just a little bit. Hopefully no one gets hurt severely. Obviously, that's the most important part. But you know, let's make this a little brutal, a little sangre. And we got Julia and Tiffy for the United States Championship. Sick, immaculate. Julia wins. Their chemistry was slightly off this whole match. There was a couple botches there where I'm like, oof, bro, that freaking swanton landed right on Julia. That gotta freaking suck, bro. Because Tiffy gets air, dude. She gets air. Poor Julia. I hope she's okay. So yeah, you know, Julia wins with like a roll-up kind of. It was like a counter pin, I guess. I don't freaking know. I don't remember correctly. But she wins regardless. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope Chelsea Green continues to be involved. She was, they had a small little backstage segment, just like last week, where Chelsea was trying to team up with Julia. And then, you know, Julia said no. This week it was with Tiffy. Tiffy said hell no. So hopefully Chelsea's able to heal up enough where she can have a triple threat match with them. Maybe become 3-time champion. That would be kind of sick. I also don't mind seeing Tiffany win the belt as well. Or Julia retaining. Maybe it's a fatal 4-way with Kiana James. Because Kiana James looked really good with that belt around her shoulder. She looked really good with that belt. I was like, that belt matches her. So that's... Hopefully WWE was watching her too in the background. Like, you know, that belt looks really good on her. Like, yes, it freaking does. So hopefully, you know, hopefully we get a little fatal 4-way there. It'll be kind of sick. You know, more people as possible on these shows. That'd be great. Then we get Matt Cardona versus Randy Orton. Matt Cardona Randy earlier in the show was demanding a match against Matt Cardona. Nick Aldis was like, nah, fam, he's not clear to wrestle. Randy was like, give me him now. Nick Aldis was like, I guess. So we end up getting this match. Jelly did talk with Matt slightly, you know, trying to stop him. Obviously, it was a heavily Jelly Roll episode here. He was almost in every segment. I had no issues with it. Obviously, you know, it's involved with his friend Randy. That's how he got into wrestling, you know what I mean? So that's that. Then we got Aleister Black claiming that he brought Randy's voices back. Sure, buddy, they were always there. Randy was just suppressing them. Shut your mouth. Before we get into the match, who is Randy talking to? I don't know. I was guessing his father. And then recently, Ted DiBiase Jr. was confirmed that he's not going to jail and that he's good. I don't see him being at Wrestlemania. Quite frankly, never cared about him even back then. So stay in your lane, brother. This is not your show anymore. I don't freaking know. So we'll see who he ends up talking to, I guess. I don't know when it's going to be revealed. Maybe the week of WrestleMania. Maybe on WrestleMania. Maybe in the match itself. Maybe before WrestleMania. Maybe after WrestleMania. I don't think it'll be after. I think during the match makes sense. So we'll see how things go there. We got Matt Cardona versus Randy Orton. Brutal match. Matt Cardona does get a little bit of offense in, but for the most part, it was Randy kicking his ass. Almost got counted out like twice. That was mad funny. And then at the end of it, gives Matt a freaking RKO. Freaking, he was working on that hand the whole freaking time, stomping on it, hitting it with freaking every part of the ring, every part of the table. Freaking damn near took him freaking outside to where the crowd was. It was a brutal match. Matt was selling it fairly well. You know, this is a huge program for him, dude. It's Matt working with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, pretty much, and Jelly Roll, if you really think about it, because he's kind of part of it. So it's good for Matt Cardona. People saying like, oh, bro, look what he's turning, bro. Like, what did you expect from freaking formerly known Zack Ryder? You know, hopefully he's able to win like a mid-card belt soon. That'd be cool. Even like at least a match against a world champion. That'd be kind of sick too. But I don't see him winning a world champion. Hopefully he does though. Hopefully he does. You know, it's freaking. Prove me wrong, dude. I would not be mad at all, dude. I'd be sick for him because he does deserve it. But just thinking in the WWE mindset, no avail. I don't see it. Cody comes out. I'm walking mad slow. You know, adrenaline in my ass. He comes out, they start fighting each other. Boom, pom, ping, pom. And Randy kind of running away a little bit. Comes back, fight, boom, pom, boom, ping, pom, boom, pom, boom. They got separated. They're in the ring. Boom, we got Jelly Roll coming out, bro. Like, what the freak's wrong with you? You're looking mad stupid, Randy. Why are you doing that? That's your friend. eso es tu papi, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, that's true, bro. He ain't lying. Then he goes to Cody, talks to Cody a bit. Like, bro, you know, blah, 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 bleep, blah, boom, blah, blah, boom. Then friggin' Randy comes in, gives Jelly Roll one of the worst looking RKOs. I mean, Randy's form was immaculate as always. Jelly Roll just needed to hop a little bit, move forward a little bit. You know what I mean? He needs to friggin' like fall forward, pretty much. Like jump, fall forward. It's not to say I'd be scared to freaking take one because I'm scared to fall. I don't know. I feel fragile every time. I work out heavily, but I feel fragile still. So I can't really say anything, okay? But I probably would have taken that better. Hopefully next time he'll take that freaking gloriously, you know what I mean? Because it kind of looked like the stunner that Vince took, but no, that Vince was way worse. But it was kind of like that, you know, like barely like moving type deal. So that's funny. But yeah, dude, that's it, bro. We got the Trick and Sami announced for Wrestlemania. Hopefully, once we get closer to Wrestlemania, I'm able to make a predictions video. Try to freaking release that freaking quick before Wrestlemania happens. At least like that week, like, you know, around like Monday Night Raw time. You know, maybe I could record it before Monday Night Raw comes out that day. Or if I know every match is confirmed, then I'll record it as soon as possible. I know we're probably missing a few matches. Obviously, we're only like 3 weeks out. But so far, I'm very excited for it. You know, I'm looking forward to the Steph and Liv match. That's great. It's gonna be awesome. You know, so I'm hoping that Jade and Cargill, that Rhea and Jade, my gosh, turns out to be a freaking solid match, and you know, that just ends up going well. Hopefully, you know, we have a couple weeks left. Hopefully, they're able to like ramp things up, fix it a little bit, make it better. Obviously, Brock and Oba, I'm super excited for that. Roman, CM Punk, that's gonna be fun. Randy, Cody, that's gonna be great. It's a solid looking card, bro. Sami and Trick is gonna be a fun match, regardless of what I think about the championship change that happened here on this show. Am I missing anything else? Obviously, we got Becky and AJ. That's gonna be cool. That's it so far. I think I'm probably missing something, bro. I don't freaking know, dude. And I don't even feel like looking right now, dude. That's not on me right now, man. I'm tired, bro. I've been recording for the past like hour and a half, so I'm done, dude. I'm done. Hopefully these are out on time, and I'm able to also do the other ones as soon as possible. So I hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one. Please remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe for more content. I'm trying to post as much as possible, as soon as possible. This week is not working out as I planned, but hey, it is what it is. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and God bless.